So you go quiet, they step forward, but what would happen if you actually disappeared? And the only reason I'm saying that is because I know I said that you go quiet, then they, step forward, but them stepping forward doesn't necessarily mean that they're giving you what you want. They're not giving you any kind of indication relating to, this, and I will say relationship because that's the word that's coming forward. This relationship, this connection, they're kind of sitting in limbo. It's kind of like the energy I'm picking up is that they want you around. They want things to be the way they find it comfortable, but they don't necessarily want the burden of it. Ooh, that sounds like such a heavy word. So let's look into what this really is about. And I think, what the card was saying with regards to what would happen if you disappeared. Disappearing doesn't mean that, you move to another country or, that level of disappear. Disappear just basically means you get on with your life. You stop chasing them. You stop holding to that attachment. You stop feeding their behavior because they've always seen you. You're there for them. You're available in the sense that they feel that if they called, you would pick up. If they showed up, you would be, there for them, that kind of thing. So it's changing all of that. Now, if you were to disappear, and I really kind of love this because even though I'm laughing because it's a Five of Cups, and the Five of Cups is showing that it's a woman, chasing the person of interest, but actually it's the other way around. This is your person of interest chasing you because you're the angel. I actually love it because again, and as you know, I've been a reader for over 2 decades, coming up to 3. But I keep on seeing these cards in so many different ways every time I do a reading. And this particular one is basically showing me, as I said, that this is your person of interest, realizing what life is like without you, and realizing all of the abundance and the beauty and everything else that you brought to the table, what it's like having a life without it. And with that, we will finish this reading because it kind of feels like I've answered all of those questions in just this one card. Because this is what, if you were to disappear, if you were to remove your energy away, if you were to physically not be in their eyesight vicinity, and I know you can't do that via social media, but who cares about social media? We're talking about the physical. If you are around them, whether you're working together or in a similar environment, or whether they're in your neighborhood or some kind of context where you are able to interact, see one another, might be the same friends group, similar friends group, whatever the scenario is, it's basically showing me that you need to remove yourself away from their eyesight so that they do not get to see you as often as they have gotten used to. It's okay to occasionally bump into them with another group of friends or something rather than a one-to-one, because the reason why you are being asked to withdraw yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, meaning energy-wise, all of those levels, is so that they step forward. We want to, and we meaning your guides and their guide, wants to create an environment where they have to tap into their emotions, where they have to do the inner work, where they have to, and you notice the assertiveness of the have to's coming through, again, from your guides, their guides, not me as a coach or a human, but we want them to be the ones doing the work. We want to push them on an energy level to that level to realize what that loss is going to feel like. And trust me when I say they will feel that loss. They will feel that absence of you not being there. And that's a good thing. Let them do that inner work. Let them firefight their demons. Let them go through that journey of the commitment phobic, energy they have, because we all have it. We've gone through our own, personal hurts and everything else. We've, all had heartbreaks in the past and everything. But some of you may have done your inner work. This person necessarily hasn't, and that's not a bad person. It just means that they weren't ready to. But your energy is now forcing them in a spiritual way to do that. You're not forcing them physically, because you're not standing in the backboard nagging them on a daily basis going, you've got to do this, you've got to do this. It's more your absence, it's more who you are, it's more that you're no longer available to them. It's all of those things that is pushing them to really sort out their own crap and shit. They are where in the past they have been ignoring their inner voice, their guides, their inner voice, all of that, where they've been shutting themselves off and not listening. Now they are changing that. They are going, because this person sitting there is in a very meditative posture. And sorry, I'm just proud with myself that I actually said meditative without any errors. And they are sitting there knowing they've got to make decisions and making those decisions. So this is the transformation that your energy removal will have. If you haven't already distanced yourself, then this, and if you have, then this is what's going on. So whichever scenario you may be in, you're being encouraged to please remove your energy from this person of interest, because this is going to allow them to do the inner work, to fight their inner demons, to make the decisions, to get over the fears, the hurts, the pains, and everything else, so that they can come past the troubled waters, make those decisions. Because remember, we have the 5 of Swords, 4 rather, in their reflective mode, where they know they've got to make decisions and which decisions to make and how to make them. This one is the decisions have been made. They're now charging forward. They're now coming to you. And this is basically what will be happening. You also have the Knight of Wands confirming that when they are ready, and the ready is not going to take a lot of time, when they are ready, then they will charge forward. They will step up. They will come forward. You will get your justice, which is the person. You also have the confirmation of the 10 of Pentacles, which is all about the abundance, the commitment, and anything else you want to see within the picture that, resonates with you. But you both are coming full circle, because the World card is very much, the World card is very much about coming full circle, one cycle closing, a new one starting. Okay. So we now know that when you disappear or remove your energy and your physical self, mentally, everything else, the effects it will have on them. What's the timeline? Because I don't want to be sitting there going, okay, you do that, then you have to wait at least 2 years for them to sort out their crap, and then, you make the decision on whether you stick around. No, we're not going there, because if it's going to take that long, then I will just basically say, pack your bags, forget about disappearing, and find somebody else. Within 2 to 4 months. I know that feels really difficult and harsh, because you would want it to be 2 weeks to 4 months, but I'm just relaying the information that I am being given to you. Within 2 to 4 months, or after the 2-month period. 2-month period, not a lot is going to be happening. They're not going to be reaching out to you, but they will if you hear it via the grapevine, whether friends, mutual connections or whatever, or whether you end up bumping into them, or whether it's social media, however it may be, it feels like you will get the sense of their woefulness. You will get that sense that they are missing you, that they are craving, pining, you. But don't mistake that, because it's your energy. It's what you make them feel. It's how you make them feel. It's not you as a physical person, because if that was the case, they would be right next to you. But that's not the case. It's your energy. It's how you make them feel about themselves and their life. It's about the stability, security, love, support, everything that you've brought to the table, because you've shown up in this relationship while they've been hiding in the relationship. That's basically what it is that they are missing. And all of that introspection, I did say that right. Remember the card, firefighting, where they have to look at their own inner demons and stuff like that. That will make them realize that all of that stability, feeling of love, support, all of the positivity that you brought was because of you. And when you go, so does the energy, and then they have to deal with their own life and feelings and everything, because all of that wonderful energy, which is you, went with you, because it's who you are. It's what you bring to the table. And if they want access to any of that, then they need to sort their shit out, because you're not going to be tolerating it anymore. But again, as I said, you will win in this. We all have free will. The fool has been sitting there looking at me going, talk about me. We all have free will, and you have choice as well. You have that freedom to choose whether you want, to stick around for this person or not, while they're doing their inner work and changes and everything. Or you can just choose to move forward, or you can choose to still move forward and allow them to get on with their journey. And if your timeline and everything else, does come back together, then great, but you're not attached. You're not attached to that outcome. So we know what's going to be happening with them. So what's going to be happening with you? Well, you have plenty of choices, because you have the Justice card. All of this is about you making decisions. Your decisions are primarily very much to do with focus on your own life. If this is the person you want, then the only thing you can do is focus on your life, enjoy your life, self-care, all of the normal stuff, because it's not, trust me, from past experiences, I really, really empathize in every empathy kind of thing, emotion. I really feel it and know and understand the journey. It's not simple and easy. It will test your emotions, but then that's probably your own growth going on there as well. Does this mean that while you are waiting, that no other person will come in? You notice me sort of nodding, but not saying it outright. The reason for that is not because your energy isn't open or you don't want somebody new to come in. It's just that because of the intensity of this connection, because of who you two are, it feels very much that if you admit it to yourself at this moment in time, it's not saying it won't change next year. If, again, free will, if you choose enough is enough, I've had enough, I want to, move forward because this is too much, you can absolutely do that. But due to the intensity of this connection, it's not easy for you to just pack And I'm talking figuratively, energy-wise, not literally pack your bags, unless, you know, that's actually what you do end up doing, but it's not literal in the sense that, you know, pack your bags and go away. You're not ready for it because you know that the connection is there. You know this person is good, but equally, you're not an idiot. You're not a walkover. Walkover? What's the right word? You know, taken for granted. I can't think of the slang kind of words for it. But yeah, people can't take you for, you're not a fool. God, they do come full circle, don't they? You're not a fool and you won't be taken for a fool. So with regards to that, you can move on anytime and they know that. So there is a speed, hence why the Knight of Wands. There is a speed within them to somehow, to some degree, because it's not going to be all sorted overnight in one go, it's an ongoing process. But they are making decisions, they are sorting out their own shit so that they will be in a space to be able to present themselves to you, and they will be the ones doing the work. Strategic hand placement. You have the Ten of Cups, which again matches the Ten of Pentacles, which is all about union, which is all about two people coming together to form that commitment. I was going to say combination, but you know, commitment, family, abundance, whatever you want to, you know, throw into the pot, but a life together. That will happen, but you just have a little bit more on your journey. Now, if you are watching this reading in 2025 in November, then we are literally just a couple of months away until the end of the year. If you are watching this at any other month and year, then take it to be that the next 2 months, look after yourself, self-care. You will see this person around. They're not going to be disappearing, but you will. Self-care, go on holidays, enjoy yourself, focus on your business, career, whatever it may be. If this is your choosing that you want to be with this person, be open, flirt with other men. If somebody strikes your boat, nobody's saying you have to hang around for this one, but just live your life for you. Allow this person, if they really want to be with you, allow them to be the one doing the work, allow them to do their shit, allow them to be the ones who step forward. And you just get on with it. And then you make that decision when they do step forward, whether you still want to be with them. Because remember what I said, it's going to be at least 2 months before any little breakthrough happens in their mind, head, life, in order for them to change. So it's not it's going to happen quickly kind of reading. I'd love to give you one of those readings, but if you're being realistic, but the bonus is that they realize your value, they realize what you've been bringing to the table and what they haven't, and it allows them to grow up. And I'm going to use the word man up, but again, use it in the terms that it resonates, because man up, I just basically means, you know, show up, do the right thing, step up, you know, that kind of context of man up. So with all of that said, should you want a more detailed reading relating to this and looking into it more deeper, kind of feel I've done quite a depth already, but I would love to have a one-to-one with you, so you can book that. The links are in my bio. If also check out our Mystique Manifest shop for all of the little trinkets, gadgets, anything else to help you with your love and energy alignment. And if you're already doing that, thank you so much. But remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. And with all of that, I'll see you next time.